enjoying these little reviews, and I hope you have too. So, down this P. Diddy rabbit hole, and we are watching a video by Jamal, Jamal underscore aka underscore Jamal Store. Well, that's for products, but anyhow. Cat Williams reacts to feds finding secret room in Diddy's Miami house. I didn't even necessarily know about this, so I have yet to watch this. I find that works best. Let's see. Thank you.
So hold on. I love the fact that he's got so much Grateful Dead memorabilia all over the walls. Look at the Yoda. And then you got Jerry Garcia's face, Grateful Dead stickers. Love that. A whole picture of the band. Really love that. Shout out, Jamal. You down? It says Cat Williams reacts to feds finding a secret room in Diddy's Miami house. I didn't know about this.
Me neither, but I love the props to the Grateful Dead, dude. That's awesome. Okay.
And, you know, let's see if this is true or not. I wouldn't doubt it, but sometimes with
Pink Floyd back there, too.
these channels, things are a little over-exaggerated. But, you know, a lot of people been talking for a long time, especially Cat Williams. And people kind of look at him as a hater. Now they're just kind of like, whoa, he was right.
You just got you a follower just because of your wall of Grateful Dead show, concert pictures, etc.
Hey, we here and we ain't wasting no more time. Let's jump right into it. Oh, no,
Damn, Daddy, I didn't know you had...
It's funny now, but we all know there's at least a pinch of truth in even memes, especially when said meme is backed by the experiences of several celebrities.
This is a handful of us that get to look behind the curtain. You know, there's a curtain, there's another room, and there's a curtain, and in that room is some shit. You're like, God damn, I didn't know y'all.
I remember that.
Gets a tad bit more sinister when you find out Kevin's claims only scratch the surface of how bad the things in these secret rooms are.
He get... They this... They this videotape it. Then when he in the meeting, they...
This video right here, I could not stand this video. Not the dude talking, the other dudes. It's like he's over here trying to drop a lot of truth bombs.
I'm gonna just give my 2 cents before Jamal gives the rest of his. What I feel he is about to say and what I see in this picture, and from what he has led me, what he said so far, other than the gentleman speaking, the gentleman to the right, the gentleman to the very far left with his head down, hand up. Whew, that's some closed off behavior. The other guy got his hand over his mouth too, like, how you gonna say this about our dude? And the other two look a little interested. The one don't have a choice because he's right next to him, and the other guy kind of like, Anyhow, not looking good.
And they're just over here like, I felt like they know it's true.
Oh, for sure.
But they didn't want to admit. It's like they couldn't believe he was actually saying it. And the reaction they had to it, like cutting him off, not letting him finish. Dude, this dude, that's why it has to be bleeped out so much, because all the stuff he's saying.
I never saw said video in left corner.
Track, they played a video of him getting by like 3 niggas.
The they he was talking about seems to have been Diddy, and that's according to one of the mogul's old bodyguards.
Cat Williams say, you just got to say no to Diddy. And it's a lot of people that couldn't say no.
It's
Couldn't.
tough.
And they probably on tape.
Speaking of Cat, there's a lot more from where that came.
All of these...
Couldn't. Wouldn't or couldn't. Interesting.
Big dick deviants.
Well, once Big Dick Deviants. Oh, Lord. I love Cat. And Chappelle, too, been saying it for years. If you think back to those Chappelle skits of making the band, breast milk. It's got to be by an Ethiopian woman. Y'all got to walk to the Bronx to get it.
And then they would do all of that, and they would find the Ethiopian woman, get the breast milk, came back, and then Diddy wanted something different. He's like, but then once you get me a cookie from so-and-so place, then I'm gonna sign you, or then we'll start making music. Oh gosh, that skit is hilarious. And that was a real show with Audrey O'Day, who everybody said was crazy at the time. And she might be a little crazy, but aren't we all? And then, you know what I really got to thinking about, because I've been commenting on the Chappelle skits? Better not bring your kids. What was he really saying? He was saying you better not bring your kids. That aged, what have you. All right, here we go.
And it's a lot of people that couldn't say no.
Couldn't.
And they probably on tape.
Speaking of Cat, there's a lot more from where that came.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you. All
Does he got him an astrologist on site, or what?
lies will be exposed.
Diddy's situation might be a broken record at this point because the record
Hinge Health is a digital.
be a broken record at this point because the record producer seems to have moved from hot water to a frying pan, and with the revelations that just got out about his home raid,
What an analogy, from hot water to the frying pan.
he's in the fire itself now. We're in days that no one ever thought we would get to because, let's face it, this man is one of the most powerful people in the entertainment space. But it seems 2024 is really the year for the deviants to get exposed, as Cat Williams said. From the looks of things, it seems Diddy might be used as the example of what is to come for other big names of questionable character. He's been in trouble several times over the years, but the stakes are now a little
Why must it be that we live in a world of other big names, Mike?
different. Leaving aside the fact that everything that's now happening to Diddy was predicted by people like Cat Williams, who seems to have insider information on everyone, the rapper also hasn't been as careful as he used to be back in the day. How else are we supposed to explain the feds closing in on him now, even with everything that's come out over the years? Considering searching someone's house for crime-related reasons, even more so when they're a big-time celebrity, is almost impossible without damning evidence, Diddy is probably taking his last breaths as a free man. Now, according to the results of the raids on his home, it seems authorities have discovered certain things, like, say, a secret room for depravities. Again, this is one of the many things allegedly tied to Diddy that a lot of people may not be surprised about. The hip-hop world, in particular, is no stranger to the tales of Diddy's parties and how there are always special rooms for things that shouldn't be spoken of. Some of the people with these tales ran for their lives, while others indulged. But besides those who willingly walked into Diddy's parties to participate in the alleged freak-off said to be the order of the day, other people were forced in against their will. This might have been the story with Cassie, and as you may know, almost countless others who have accused the mogul of heinous crimes. However, here the authorities are, just randomly finding strange trashed rooms in this man's house. Does this mean they finally proved these rumors about him to be true? I'll tell you this. If the stories about Diddy and his room were truly just rumors, do you think a judge would have granted them the go-ahead to raid his home? Seems unlikely.
What happens is these guys.
Wait, is this, are we watching an AI video that was just speaking? Because let's hear it from the
House. Does this mean they finally proved these rumors about him to
the proof has been in the pudding.
be true? I'll tell you this. If the stories about Diddy and his room were truly just rumors, do you think a judge would have granted them the go?
Rumors? Come again? Rumors? It's Bad Boy Records, for goodness sakes. That's the name of a child.
Ahead to raid his home? Seems unlikely.
What happens is these guys open up a Pandora's box. They look for weird, exotic things, and somehow, in some way, it turns them on.
Think about it right now. You probably can't name one person who's more controversial than Diddy in not just the music world alone, but the entertainment industry as a whole. And do you know what they say about smoke? Where it is? There's probably fire. Looks like the fire Diddy has been making over the years is now coming right back to hunt him in the form of federal agents.
Somebody saying
In case
something.
you may not be aware, rapper Sean Diddy Combs is currently in a bad situation, to put it lightly. Per the reports, homes belonging to Combs in Los Angeles and Miami were raided by officials from U.S. Homeland Security on Monday, 25 March. The rapper and music mogul, who is credited with helping launch the careers of artists including Biggie
I'll be doing those neck rolls too, Jamal.
Smalls, Mary J. Blige, and Usher,
Wait.
Angeles and Miami were raided by officials from U.S. Homeland Security on Monday, 25 March. The rapper and music mogul, who is credited with helping launch the careers of artists.
And look at what happened to her. Yes, it's blurry. I'm not going to try to get it perfect, but we should all know who that is. And if you don't, it's Wendy Williams. And she is basically, last night I saw, zombied out, bank accounts frozen. Wells Fargo literally just froze her accounts. They doing the same thing they did to Britney. Conservatorship for her, and she has
Including Biggie Smalls, Mary J. Blige, and Usher, Los Angeles and Miami were raided by officials from U.S. Homeland Security on Monday, 25 March. The rapper and music mogul, who is credited with helping launch the careers of artists including Biggie Smalls, Mary J.
Whoa. Okay. No. Like, unless I don't have all my facts straight, which is possible. Biggie was Biggie. Lil Diddler was diddling around on the side. It was Biggie that had the following. What was he called? I mean, he's went through his little name changes. That alone says something. I don't even want to think about him. But, and what he did to Mace. Mace is a priest now, for goodness sakes. Mace had a lot of talent, by the way, if you ask me. But, can I zoom? Man, looking at this picture now is like different than any other dang time. Let me tell you that much. Especially with them all of a sudden coming up with a, tell me that's not a, hey, nothing to see here, but look over here because we found Tupac's killer. What? I mean, I know it was 96, but and tech wasn't what it was. That's true, actually, if you think about like ancient stuff that we're finding. But my point. Ooh. He was definitely the smaller person in regard to Biggie, and I don't mean that in a size-wise. In every aspect, Biggie Smalls had the mother effing talent. Lil P. Diddy and Mace was around. Also, sidekicks, I would say, and it would have been a battle royale for them, which it was, that led to Mace giving his life over to God. And while I'm here, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Okay, so that's not a GD picture. But this one over, well, we can't see it right now because that's closed. That is, though, that's Billy Kreutzmann playing the drums. It looks like, maybe not. Is that Tom Petty? Who all you got on your wall? Okay, Pink Floyd. And then the Grateful Dead band picture is like right where this thing is covering because there's little Yoda ears. Throwbackness. I like that. Okay.
Blige and Usher has faced a string were raided by
Blige.
officials from U.S. Homeland Security on Monday, 25 March. The rapper and music mogul, who is credited with helping launch the careers of artists including Biggie Smalls, Mary J. Blige, and
If anything, it was the other mother way around. Mary J. Blige had and has a voice, and it breaks my heart. Oh, that she's wrapped up in all this too. It, unfortunately, it seems anybody that is on that stage is and has drank the juice.
Usher has faced a string of varying accusations in the past 6 months, including S.A.
Usher was like maybe 10. I literally, I could be wrong, okay, but I reserve the right to change my what have you. But if I'm not mistaken, I'd watch something that was Usher out his own mouth, his own words saying 10 years old. Because, like, I know the Justin Bieber, I don't got guardianship for him, but I got him for the weekend because he done did Usher, and Usher's mama must have been let it
The news is
happen. And I think he might have even been his damn guardian, which is the same as like
now
a
saying the
conservator sort of.
raids are in connection with a federal ST investigation.
Search warrants being conducted there could indicate arrests being conducted. We just don't know at this hour specifically what that law enforcement action is.
NBC News cited an unnamed source as saying that 3 women and a man have been interviewed by federal officials in Manhattan, and 3 other interviews are scheduled concerning allegations of STSA and the solicitation and distribution of illegal narcotics and firearms.
Those some major charges right there. The last 2, narcotics, major firearms, we hear about things of that nature. But the other ones, those big.
So far, reports say it remains unconfirmed whether Combs himself is the focus of the investigation, but an update on the case has painted a better picture of that.
Yeah, I saw this.
Most black coffee has 2 ingredients you want, water and coffee beans. But they also have over 400.
Sometimes it's straight up interesting to me what kind of commercial they gonna give me. Whew, I saw him jumping around the office throwing things saying he gets what he wants, and he has for so long. That's the problem.
The Army of Federal Law Enforcement officers did a number on Diddy's LA home, and the video shows clearly the mansion was turned upside down. TMZ has obtained footage of the aftermath.
That mess we just looked at, that was not from the raid. I can tell you that. This was something Diddy did himself. He was at this desk, got up from this desk, started like flipping out, throwing shit, flipping shit, and that was Diddy's doing right there.
The Army of Federal Law Enforcement officers did a number on Diddy's LA home,
Did y'all know what we was looking at right there? Because I didn't.
and the video shows clearly the mansion was turned upside down. TMZ has obtained footage of the aftermath of Monday's raid on Diddy's Holmby Hills. Drawers were ripped open, belongings scattered about, documents strewn about, and safes broken.
See how this is informative, but it could be confusing because the picture that they showed, which maybe he will say something about it, but let's see them eyes. Yikes. Yeah, that room, that was his doing. His eyes. You don't see them much, really, do you? His eyes. Now I'm not going to remember where we were. Where were we? Shortly, right here.
Equipment. You could even see pieces of computer and other equipment in pieces on the floor. It's clear the agent zeroed in on hard drives, which were seized during the raid. See, reports say that Diddy might have been keeping materials for blackmail against several people at his home, hence the thrashing of those rooms.
I believe it.
While you may think this is far-fetched for the agent, drawers were ripped open, belongings scattered about, documents strewn about, and safes broken into. Agents had a field day with Diddy's electronic equipment. You could even see pieces of computer and other equipment in pieces on the floor. It's clear the agent zeroed in on hard drives, which were seized during the rip-out, documents strewn about, and safes broken into.
Ooh. Ooh.
Agents had a field day with Diddy's electronic equipment. You could even see pieces of computer and other equipment in pieces on the floor. It's clear the agent zeroed in on hard drives, which were seized during the raid. See, reports say that Diddy might have been keeping materials for blackmail against several people at his home, hence the thrashing of those rooms.
I believe it.
While you may think this is far-fetched for the authorities, word on the street is that the information about his secrets
His eyes ain't right.
might have been spilled by some of the women who recently accused him. But it seems it's not just women he was blackmailing. If there's anyone that knows about this, it's Cat Williams. The reason Williams is such a big part of this story is that, for starters, the comic predicted all of these things coming to pass.
All of these
Chappelle had some things to say too back in his skits from Chappelle's show, Making of the Band. Ooh, and better not bring your kids.
big dick deviance is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever all lies will be exposed.
Back in January, Williams sat down for a tell-all interview with Shannon Sharp on the Club Shay Shay podcast. Throughout the interview, the 52-year-old comedian,
in regard to looking at his eyes, by the way,
dropped major bombshells about fellow rappers and other famous figures in the music industry. As Diddy is facing multiple allegations, Williams' remarks on the coming home rapper have gone viral on social media. In a video shared on X, formerly Twitter, Williams seemingly exposed Diddy in a crypt.
How long they gonna say that whole X, formerly Twitter? I've never been on it. Well, you can look on it without making an account. I almost did the other day, but no, I don't Twitter twatter.
Statement. I gotta protect my integrity in that virgin hole I was telling you about because P. Diddy be wanting to party, and you gotta
tell him no. His eyes look legit.
Tell him no, he said, adding, you gotta tell him no. Williams seemingly exposed Diddy in a cryptic statement. I gotta protect my integrity in that virgin hole I was telling you about because P. Diddy be wanting to party, and you gotta tell him no, he said, adding, you gotta tell him no. I did. I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no.
Fans might think the man was adding his comedic flair to the interview when he said that, but that couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, you could even say he might have
That video of him and his stand-up comedy in the green suit, he's talking about the parties when you go and you know those mansion parties and you open up a door and all that type of stuff. Just for those of you who don't know.
a little, as Diddy has been caught in that same position with other celebrities. The rapper has a history of hosting some of the wildest parties, and he stays looking for victims. Like Williams, rapper Fabulous could have also been one of those victims. Although Fabulous has attended several events in his day, it appears that he feels that some of those parties did not live up to the expectations that were set for them.
So Fab, how was your birthday, man? What was your wish for this year?
Now, if you observe, Fabulous is surrounded by an obvious cloud among the crowd. He seems to be carrying an invisible burden, which makes us sympathetic to his attitude. He is quietly enjoying a piece of cake while projecting an air of seclusion. Moreover, he appears reluctant to meet the eyes of others around him, as if he is really uneasy. But Diddy kept questioning him.
Health,
birthday was cool.
wealth.
Yeah.
To which Fab responded,
Now that
while
I
projecting
know who we're
For this
talking
year.
about, because I didn't. Let's see that.
Although
again.
Fabulous has attended several events in his day, it appears that he feels that some of those parties did not live up to the expectations that were set for them.
So Fab, how was your birthday, man? And what was your wish for this year?
And he stays looking. Although Fabulous has attended several events in his day, it appears that he feels that some of those parties did not live up to the expectations that were set for them.
So Fab, how was your birthday, man? And what was your wish for this year?
Now, if you observe, Fabulous is surrounded by an obvious cloud among the crowd. He seems to be carrying an invisible burden, which makes us sympathetic to his attitude. He is quietly enjoying a piece of cake while projecting an air of seclusion. Moreover, he appears reluctant to meet the eyes of others around him, as if he is really uneasy. But Diddy kept questioning him.
Health,
Birthday was cool.
wealth.
Yeah.
To which Fab responded,
Like a good vibe more than like wanting for anything or like, you know what I mean? So I got a cool vibe. I
This
spent
was a
some
crazy
of the time with
interview.
my kids.
but the thing with Diddy's party
Hold up. Okay, I don't normally do this, but I wasn't exactly sure who she was talking about when she was. So I went back and I watched it like at slowest speed, because I'm also big on nonverbal communication and body behavior. So let's watch it at half speed from here, including what Cat is saying. And since it's half, the sound ain't that bad.
thing I'm telling you.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million.
Let's also watch, and eyes. And I do know that when you are lying, you blink more. So like, Cat's eyes look pretty solid to me here.
Hole I was telling you about, because P. Diddy be wanting to party, and you gotta tell him no.
You got to tell him no.
He said.
Let's pay attention to how Cat's eyes look coming up on this next interview. Shay.
Adding, you gotta tell him no. I did.
You got to tell him no.
I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. Cause P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no.
Fans might think the man was adding his comedic flair to the interview when he said that, but that couldn't be further from the truth. In fact,
I am not seeing hardly any blinking. This man is serious when he is speaking.
you could even say he might have down.
That video of him and his stand-up comedy in the green suit, he's talking about the parties where you go and, you know, those matching parties and you open up a door and all that type of stuff. Just if for those of you who don't know.
If you don't know,
Played it a little, as Diddy has been caught in that same position.
And this is helpful too in slow motion.
With other celebrities.
I mean,
The
I don't know what they copyright some things.
rapper
Ooh.
has a history of hosting some of the wildest parties.
Damn,
And he stays looking for victims like Williams. Rapper Fabulous could have.
Since I did go ahead and watch this remaining, not all of it, but like the next 3 minutes, this article is on point.
Also been one of
This journalist, whoever's speaking, AI, I don't know.
those victims. Although Fabulous has attended several events in his day, it appears that he feels that some of those parties did not live up.
See, we can see a lot better when it's slowed down. And I'm going to turn her down, for that matter, at least just on watching him. Like, how was your birthday, man? What did you wish for? Or something like that. And I don't think they tell us there. Nope. But then look, his smile don't last long. Reluctant, I would say. Okay, so here's his answer to the birthday question. Why they couldn't just let us see it play out like it played. Don't look very happy for it just being his birthday. Don't look very happy in any of them, really. Not wishing to really talk about things. Don't really care for that gentleman on the left. Okay. It's interesting to also note the people around, like him, definitely him. That's who we're paying attention to. Ooh. Ooh. Dangerous. The Wendy Williams show. I might be enjoying this a bit too much, but like, I don't even need hardly the words. Whew, they are showing us the same thing over again, that's for sure. And I'm slowing it down because I am curious. And I can see through a lot of the ooh. Whew. Oh, this is good slow. Damn. This is where it was held. Look back there at the dude. He was shaking his head no. I'm gonna turn the captions on so we can see. Look at that man's body actions. Look at that. Far left. There's somebody to the right too. We'll look at that in 1 second. Are you kidding me right now? You cannot make this up. So what was his birthday answer? Interesting bone structure he got. Collecting black male material. That way you can't really speak out. That's like one of the first things they do. All the people that seem to be telling the truth ain't blinking all quick. Oh, this was good. He blinked his face off on that interview with Jimmy Kimmel. Okay, pay attention to the man to the left. Far left. And then Yankees, whatever, New York hat. Hopefully he said, oh Lord, no, shook in his head. Covered his eyes, touching his lips, shook the head again, touched the chin. Oh my goodness. That could not be more telling. You never know what you're gonna get. These two, match made in heaven. That was some sarcasm. Ugh. I'm not even sure what I'm watching now, but yeah, I have an idea. You'd have to be reading the captions. I guess I'll play it at normal speed once I'm done, but this is, oh Lord, this was the Jimmy Kimmel interview where he blinked a bunch before he said those words. Oh, this is gold. Man. Okay.
Him.
My birthday was cool. Wealth. Yeah.
To which Fab responded,
Like a good vibe more than like wanting for anything or like, you know what I mean? So I got a cool vibe. I
This
spent
was a crazy
some of the time
interview.
with my kids.
but the thing with Diddy's parties is that they're never really as they seem. According to someone who seems to have insider information about what goes on at these parties, these events seem to be less partying and more of collecting blackmail material. In that light, rapper Smart Guy recently got on a podcast to talk about how upcoming rappers get drugged at events, then get inappropriately handled.
At first I not drugged away, like drugged. Wow. It could
on at these parties. These events seem to be less partying and more of collecting blackmail material. In that light, rapper Smart Guy recently got on a podcast to talk about how upcoming rappers get drugged at events, then get inappropriately handled. The party people tape it and then use it to blackmail them.
He get they this they this videotape it. Then when he in a meeting, they play the video of him getting by like 3 niggas.
It seems this might have been what Diddy has been doing it to blackmail.
Okay, we're gonna watch that just at least one more time. And dudes, I ain't even checked out dude to the right of his body behavior, but
he get they this videotape it. Then when he in a meeting, they play the video of him getting by like 3 niggas.
It seems this might
they this videotape it. Then when he in a meeting, they play the video of him getting by like 3 niggas.
It seems this might have been to which Fab responded,
like a good vibe more than like wanting for anything or like, you know what I mean? So I got a cool vibe.
This is a crazy interview.
With my kids.
But the thing with Diddy's parties is that they're never really as they seem. According to someone who seems to have insider information about what goes on at these parties, these events seem to be less partying and more of collecting blackmail material. In that light, rapper Smart Guy recently got on a podcast to talk about how upcoming rappers get drugged at events, then get inappropriately handled. The party people tape it and then use it to blackmail them.
He get they this videotape it. Then when he in a meeting, they play the video of him getting by like 3 niggas. He get they this
and then use it to blackmail them.
He get they this videotape it. Then when he in a meeting, they play the video of him getting by like 3 niggas.
that body behavior, I couldn't see the two guys to the one side of him because he was so animated, but that was wild. Let's see one more time from the man speaking.
They this videotape it. Then when he in a meeting, they play the video of him getting by like 3 niggas. He get they this videotape it. Then when he in a meeting, they play the video of him getting by like 3 niggas. He get they this videotape it. Then when he in a meeting, they play the by like 3 niggas.
It seems this might have been what Diddy has been doing for years to remain untouchable in the industry. What's more is that these things are reported to happen in special rooms at these parties, a story that's been told by almost every major celebrity in the industry.
They need to get you high. They need to get you, very, they need to be able to massage you a little bit. They need to get that footage on you. They need to get the pictures. They need to get that video.
Coincidence? Yeah, I think not. This whole story becomes something slightly different when you realize Diddy isn't the first untouchable in the industry. In that light, rapper Smart Guy recently got on a podcast to talk about how upcoming rappers get drugged at events, then get inappropriately handled. The party people tape it and then use it to blackmail them.
He get they videotape it. Then when he in the meeting, they play the video of him getting by like 3 niggas.
It seems this might have been what Diddy has been doing for years to remain untouchable in the industry. What's more is that these things are reported to happen in special rooms at these parties, a story that's been told by almost every major celebrity in the industry.
They need to get you high. They need to get you, very, they need to be able to massage you a little bit on you. They need to get the pictures. They need to get that video.
That's been told by almost every major celebrity in the industry.
They need to get you high. They need to get you, very, they need to be able to massage you a little bit. They need to get you high. They need to get you, very, they need to be able to massage you a little bit. They need to get that footage on you. They need to get the pictures. They need to get that video. They need to be able to massage you a little bit. They need to get that footage on you. They need to get the pictures. They need to get that video.
Coincidence? Yeah, I think not. This whole story becomes something slightly different when you realize Diddy isn't the first high-profile person to be caught up in a situation like this. 18th century U.S. president.
Let me just say, if you bared with all that, thank you. This is wild. Wish they would have opened with this, but let's hear it. Oh my goodness, man. Oh, his face.
Not. This whole story becomes something slightly different when you realize Diddy isn't the first high-profile person to be caught.
So you probably thought they meant like Epstein or something to that effect. No.
Caught up in a situation like this. 18th century U.S. President Thomas Jefferson reportedly had a secret room where he kept women as slaves below his home. Depraved as it may be, who's to say this might not also be the case with Diddy? It becomes much easier to believe when you take into account that close to a dozen people have accused Diddy of different forms of assault over the last 6 months alone. Speaking of his assault cases, as I mentioned before, it seems some of his accusers might have played a role in his home raid. If you paid attention to the suits brought up against him, many of them were from way back. It seems the reason it took them that long
way back, we talking 30 plus years
to speak out, besides his intimidating position in society, is the fact that he had blackmail material
just off a mofo, or put you in restraints like her, freeze her bank accounts. He's that powerful. I mean, I'm not saying exactly, but I mean, he might as well have froze her off the New York airwaves back in the day. I'm so surprised this interview even happened. I'm gonna have to look it up now, because he ruined her career. And now, oh man, she's like, I might be repeating myself, but comatose, lithiumed up. They froze her money, got a handler. Britney Spears'd her.
maybe in the form of a non-consensual tape. Well, it seems the authorities are about to find out. Even fans.
I'm working on figuring out the sound from here, because I know when I talk it's at one volume, and when they do it's at another, so I'm working on it.
Know it. One person wrote, "The year of truth has come for Diddy. The installed are getting exposed. That's it. Goodbye."
That's it. Goodbye.
I thought this video would be a little more detailed of Cat
There's
Williams
that.
talking, but again, it is what it is, man. We know.
That's the Grateful Dead. That's awesome. So, this Mickey. Oh. Okay, wait. What happened?
That something's going.
If you paid attention to the suits brought up against him, the reason it took them that long to speak out, besides his intimidating position in society, is the fact that he had blackmail material, maybe in the form of a non-consensual tape. Well, it seems the authorities are about to find out. Even fans know it.
This is a hot mess of a video.
One person wrote,
If I don't edit.
"The year of truth has come for Diddy. The installed are getting exposed. That's it. Goodbye."
Jada's face, crazy.
I thought this video would be a little more detailed of Cat Williams talking, but again, it is what it is, man. We know that
No way, you got a Yoda. Grateful Dead. How cool are you? Shout out. Well, I guess he's not Grateful Dead, but he's got a guitar. Let's check out your memorabilia. Throwbackness. Throw you back. Tom Morello. Wow. Look at this too. Dang. Guess to Top Head. There's a difference though, isn't there? Or is there not? I don't know. I have that. Oops. I got this little guy. This pretty sick over here. Is this him? I think so. This is cool though, this wood carving. Interesting. That's dope. Look, the hair looks like legit. It's hard to say what that says. Not a female? That's a double, what have you? Double arm, double right there. I have to ask me who the hell that is. I don't know why, but what just came into my head is, now won't ya, Barracuda. Ah. These are like VIP passes right here. Some look Grateful Dead, those too, I don't know, but right here is the Grateful Dead. In the years What year did Brent die? I believe 79. Since I don't F with Alexa, no mo. Whoa. Okay, so Brent, rest in peace. Mickey, drums. The best, okay. Wow, I didn't even recognize Bobby. This is Billy. Kreutzmann right there. And then you got this one right here that I barely even recognized. So this, I mean, this could be any time before 79, but after their first piano player, this is the best. He kind of looks like my dad right there. The best of the best, Mr. Phil Lesh. Because in 2015, their 50 year, and obviously right there with the hair is Jerry Garcia. JG, son. JJG. But, okay, so Brent passed away. I'm trying to think of what year then. Okay, so this is almost the initial start, other than this guy. Meaning, so drums, bass player, piano, drums. They had 2 drummers. Rhythm guitarist. Have yet to write his name down. Not for Bobby Weir is his name. And in 2015, who knew this would turn into this? But in 2015, because he passed, like, so this had to be maybe between, man, I'd have to find out. Hold. What years was Brent the piano player in the Grateful Dead? And just show me the lineup of members of the Grateful Dead over the years 65 on.
According to Wikipedia, Brent Midland was an American keyboardist and singer. He was a member of the rock band The Grateful Dead from 1979 to 1990, a longer tenure than any other keyboardist in the band.
Okay, so when? What? I said he left in 79? Oh my god, he started in 79 to 90. That's okay. So 65 to 7. I said he was there from 72 to 79. Okay, because he did look kind of similar to Keith. That's why. Wow, but that's why we looked, because I wasn't sure. So I gotta go finish this. So initially, 1965 to 72. We had the initial band, Pigpen, rest in peace. Then we had from 71 to 75, Keith, which brought along Donna Godshaw. Now, what's interesting is, I guess they must have something, maybe it had to do with Donna, because it shows that he's there June 76 to February 79. And then Brent comes in April of 79 to July of 90, because he passes away. Now Keith passes away too, but I'm not 100 on when, but I thought while he was playing. Then Bruce Hornsby, September 90 to March 92. Vince Welnick, September of 90 to July of 95. So those fill-in dates. Well, duh, here's Pigpen. founding member. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Vince Welnick was the last in a long line, several of whom died prematurely, leading some of the group's fans to conclude that, yeah, let's see, I want to see about Godshaw. We don't look the same there, but there, him and Brent do kind of look. I don't have time to give you all that jazz, but okay, 1980. Wasn't he playing when he passed? He and his wife, Donna, formed the Heart of Gold band in 1980. Oh my goodness, really? I didn't know he died in a car accident. Did not know that exactly. '71 through '80 he played with the Grateful Dead. Those are good years. I like late 60s, actually. I was taking a drink. Heart of Gold band. Following their departure from the Grateful Dead. 1980 to 81. 2004 and 2016. How is that possible if he passed away in whatever year I just said, in 81? Okay, this is how. Steve Kimmock. What? I didn't know that this ever even took place. Those are the people that are alive. I believe in blue. I don't know. Because what was the last year they said? 2016? Greta Rose Zion, that must be their kid. Brian must be their kid. Kinsmay McKay must be a kid. Shortly after Keith and Donna left the Grateful Dead in '79, other founding members of the group were guitarist Steve Kimmock, drummer Greg Anton, bassist LeBlanc, and vocalist Greta Rose. Keith was killed in a car accident on July 23rd, 1980, just a few days after his band's first gig. The band continued on for another year, adding keyboardist Mark Adler and replacing Dexter LeBlanc with Donna Godshaw's future husband McKay before disbanding. The band was reformed in 2004 with Godshaw and her husband David McKay. Okay. They should have. Wasn't that what it was called initially? What do they mean, Greg Anton? Also involved are former keyboardist Mark Adler, percussionist Russ Randolph, Keith and Donna's son Zion, Keith's brother Brian, and Kingsman McKay. The son, what a name, I was curious. The son of Donna and David McKay. Their reunited band released Art at the Table in '04 on their own. Heart of Gold, that was the way to do it, on their own record company. The group has largely been on hiatus since its reformation in '04 for a while. Donna Jean Godshaw McKay, notice she didn't drop that Godshaw. Okay. Performed with the Donna Jean Godshaw Band on August, so that's its own thing. On August 1st, 2016, in celebration, sorry, I might have been hitting the mic. I gotta go soon. In celebration of the band reunited for a performance at Sweetwater Hill and Millville, Cal. Donna Jean Godshaw McKay, Steve Kimmock, Greg Anton, David McKay, Mookie Siegel, and Brian Godshaw were joined for several songs by Donna's former Grateful Dead bandmate. Imagine that. Bob Weir. A high-fidelity multi-track recording of the entire concert was yada yada. I gotta bounce into my shower. So how did we get here? Okay, back. finish this video, I might not be able to say much, but boom. Okay, so that's not even who that was.
Something's going on, but what we don't know is what they will tell us or how much information the public will get, you know, because it's one thing for just us normal people to just speculate and say this or that, but you got so many people in the industry who have been speaking up against him. So we'll see.
For so long.
I think he's powerful, but he was put in position of power
By somebody.
You know, they look at you look at a person like Diddy, and if you're an up and coming artist, you know he has so much access to, you know,
everything.
there's like he's one of the top producers to work with, so of course you're gonna want to work with Diddy, but next thing you know, I'm just saying for a person who don't know about him, next thing you know, you're stuck. But all right, man.
In a trap. Just that. A trap. Go ahead and marinate on that for a minute. That's an outcast. Outcast shout out. Spody Dopelicious Angel. No, that ain't the song. I'm in a hurry.
Video was very repetitive, but
it was.
I was just wondering it because there was a lot of clips in there. I'm wondering if y'all seen those. Go look at that Fabulous interview. Go look at that Smart video where he's in a barbershop talking. And if you haven't seen that Cat Williams stand up, he's in the green. It'll explain a lot. All right, peace out.
Thank you, brother.
So the fun thing with the serpent is, how does it...
Okay, so in conclusion, that thing there at the end was pretty wild, to say the least, in regard to Thomas Jefferson and what was going on with that. Kind of crazy. I would watch those other interviews he led to, and the slow motion was for a reason, for sure. Do your own research. Don't take my word for it if you don't know. It's understandable, I guess, but there's a lot to know. I gotta go. Signing out. Have a good day. And if you lasted through all that, props to you. I'm gonna break some of this down later. Bye-bye.